बोलिए लाडली लाल की जय। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। श्री गुरवे नमः।
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 आचार्यं मां विजानीयान् नावमन्येत कदाचित् नमर्त्य बुद्ध्या सूयेत सर्वदेवमयो गुरुः। हे परम प्रियतम,
हे परम प्रियतम,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
पूर्णतम पुरुषोत्तम श्री कृष्ण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण,
तुमसे विमुख होने के कारण
अनादिकाल से हमने अनंतानंत दुख पाए,
अनंतानंत दुख पाए
एवं पा रहे हैं।
एवं पा रहे हैं।
पाप करते करते अंतःकरण इतना मलिन हो चुका है कि रसिकों द्वारा यह जानने पर भी कि तुम अपनी भुजाओं को पसारे, अपनी वात्सल्यमयी दृष्टि से हमारी प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हो। तुम्हारी शरण में नहीं आ पाता। हे अशरण शरण, तुम्हारी कृपा के बिना तुम्हें कोई जान भी तो नहीं सकता। ऐसी स्थिति में हे अकारण करुण, पतित पावन श्री कृष्ण, तुम अपनी अहैतुकी कृपा से ही हमको अपना लो। हे करुणा सागर, हम भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि कुछ नहीं मांगते। हमें तो केवल तुम्हारे निष्काम प्रेम की ही एकमात्र चाह है। हे नाथ, अपने विरध की ओर देखकर इस अधम को निराश न करो। हे जीवन धन, अब बहुत हो चुका। अब तो तुम्हारे प्रेम के बिना यह जीवन मृत्यु से भी अधिक भयानक है। अतएव प्रेम भिक्षां देहि, प्रेम भिक्षां देहि, प्रेम भिक्षां देहि,
दीक्षां देहि।
बोलिए साकेत बिहारी श्री राघवेंद्र सरकार की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी श्री यादवेंद्र सरकार की जय। श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। Please stand for Guru Aarti and other prayers. जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की, गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिली आरती रसिक वर की। गुरुपद नखमणि चंद्रिका प्रकाश, जाके उर बसे ताके मोहतम नाश। जाके माथ नाथ तब हाथ करे वास, ताते होए माया मोह सब ही निराश। पावे गति मति रति राधावर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। अरे मन मूढ़ छाड़ नारी नर हाथ, गुरु बिनु ब्रह्म श्याम न देंगे साथ। कोमल कृपाल बड़े कृपा सिंधु नाथ, पाके इन्हें आज तू अनाथ हो सनाथ। इन्हीं के अधीन कृपा गिरिधर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। भक्ति योग रस अवतार अभिराम, करे निगमागम समन्वय ललाम। श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धाम, बाँट रहे प्रेम निष्काम बिनु दाम। हो रही सफल काया नारी नर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। लली लाल लीला का सलोना सुविलास, छाया दिव्य दृष्टि बीच प्रेम का प्रकाश। वैसा ही विनोद वही मंजू मृदुहास, करे बस बर बस उच्च अट्टहास। झूमी चले चाल वही नटवर की, गाओ मेरे आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। जयति जगद गुरु गुरुवर की, गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। गाओ गाओ मिले आरती रसिक वर की। मत प्रेयान राधिका प्रेयान, मधवो राधिका धवः। तस्मादपि गरीयान्यो कृपालुर्मे जगद्गुरुः। गुरुं भजति श्रीकृष्णः, श्रीकृष्णं भजते गुरुः। सिद्धान्ततस्त्व भेदेऽपि कृपालुर्मे गुरुर्महान्। यस्य साक्षात् भगवती ज्ञानदीपप्रदे गुरौ मर्त्यासद्धीः श्रुतं तस्य सर्वं कुञ्जरशौचवत्। एष वै भगवान् साक्षात् प्रधान पुरुषेश्वरः योगेश्वरैर्विमृग्यान्घ्रिर्लोकोऽयं मन्यते नरम्। यमुनानिकटतटस्थित वृन्दावनकानने महारम्ये कल्पद्रुमतलभूमौ चरणं चरणो परिस्थाप्य तिष्ठन्तं घननीलं स्वतेजसा भासयन्तमिह विश्वं पीताम्बरपरिधानं चन्दनकर्पूरलिप्त सर्वाङ्गम् कर्णपूर्णनेत्रं कुण्डलयुगमण्डितश्रवणं मन्दस्मितमुखकमलं सकौस्तुभोदारमणिहारं वलयाङ्गुलीयकाद्या नुज्ज्वलयन्तं स्वलङ्कारान् गलविलुलितवनमालं स्वतेजसा पास्तकलिकालं गुञ्जारवालिकलितं गुञ्जापुञ्जान्विते शिरसि भुञ्जानं सह गोपैः कुञ्जान्तर्वर्तिनं नमत। मन्दारपुष्पवासित मन्दानिलसेवितपरानन्दम् मन्दाकिनीयुतपदं नमत महानन्ददं महापुरुषं सुरभीकृतदिग्वलयं सुरभिशतैरावृतः परितः सुरभीतिक्षपणमहासुरभीमं यादवं नमत। अशरण शरण महाप्रभो तुम स्वामी हम दास, कीजय कृपा कृपालु मम, दीजय गुरु सहवास। तुम दीनन रखवार हम, अहंकार अवतार, अस करो कृपा कृपालु अब, दीन बनूं सरकार। हाँ ऐसो पतित जो पतित न आप ही मान, ऐसे पतित विचित्र को पावन करु तब जान। सबे भिखारी जगत के, जेतिक नाते दान, दिव्य प्रेम आनंद के तुम एक साहूकार। धनी गुरुवर धाम निवास सुनो मन, पुण्यन पुंज सो पाइए जो, बनी दीन प्रपन्न रहो गुरु के, नित सेवा सोता ही रिझाइए जो, मन के हरि को गुरु को सुमिरो, रसना सो सदा गुण गाइए जो, क्षण भंगुर जीवन जानी मना, क्षण हूँ जनी व्यर्थ गवाइए जो, सब धामन वारो वृंदावन पे, और वृंदावन हूँ गुरु धाम पे वारो, जो गुरु के पद प्रीति जुड़ी तो भजो, चली आवे गो ब्रह्म विचारो, है हरि निर्मल भक्तन को, गुरु है अधमों को उदाहरण हारो, और को गुरु हो या न हो, गुरु मेरो कृपालु सुभाग्य हमारो, और को गुरु हो या न हो, गुरु मेरो कृपालु सुभाग्य हमारो। बोलिए श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की
जय।
जय। श्रीमद् युगल सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। Radhe Radhe everyone. Please turn to page number 171 in your books. These are the new books we are using today. We're not using the old ones. That's why you have only one book in front of you. Page 171. 171. I request you to please make sure your phone does not ring during satsang. Please check it to make sure. Yashoda Maiya is waking Kanhaiya in the morning. Children sometimes have a very difficult time waking up in the morning. Not only children, of course, but adults also. Kanhaiya, Shri Krishna, the Supreme Lord, is performing pastimes as a child, so he's having a difficult time waking in the morning. We're on page 171, Pratham. 171. She says, wake up, Kana, it's morning and all your friends are awake. Kanhaiya, wash up and eat some roti with fresh butter and sugar because he loves that food. Thick roti with fresh butter and sugar. Take note, all you children who don't like Indian food. Shri Krishna loves food like roti, dal, chawal, all that. So Mother Yashoda is saying, fresh butter with roti and sugar. I have it ready for you. Come. She's trying to entice him to wake up. So he will find it very, very exciting to wake up in the morning. When the food didn't work, then she said, Dhansukh, Mansukh, and other Gwalbal, your friends, are standing outside the house calling out to you. They're asking you to get your calves ready to take them for grazing. They're saying, if you delay us, Kanhaiya, if you're late, we'll leave you behind. Kanhaiya, they're going to leave you behind. Wake up, my darling. Wake up. Wake up, my child. He still doesn't listen. So Maiya says, listen to me carefully, Kanhaiya. I am going to give your older brother, Balram, all the delicious makhan, butter, that I have churned myself, and I will leave none for you. She knows how much he likes butter, freshly churned butter. Kanhaiya starts grumbling. Maiya, what are you saying? Why are you going to give all the makhan to Bhaiya? But he still doesn't get up. So even that didn't work. Instead, so he pulls the covers on his face. So that's even worse. Then Maiya says, I shall no longer be your mother. I will only be Balram's Maiya from now on. That didn't work. Then Maiya said, Kanhaiya, look who has come. Why? It's Radharani. Radha has come. In the words of Jagatguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, Kanhaiya gets up immediately and his eyes search everywhere for his beloved Radha. Let's do Roop Dhyan as we sing. I request everyone to please sing after me. The words are in Hindi, they're in English, the meaning is there, and for those at home, the verses are on the screen. Matu jagavat kanha, 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 kanha.
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 Bhai bhor uthu re kanha.
Bhai bhor uthu re kanha.
Uthu re kanha.
Uthu re kanha.
Bhai bhor uthu re kanha.
Bhai bhor uthu re kanha.
उठे ग्वाल सब कान्हा, 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 कान्हा.
उठे ग्वाल सब कान्हा, 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 कान्हा.
मातु जगावत 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 कान्हा, 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 कान्हा.
माखन मिश्री रोटी कान्हा,
माखन मिश्री रोटी कान्हा.
मुख धो खाले कान्हा, 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 कान्हा.
मुख धो खाले कान्हा, 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 कान्हा.
माखन रोटी, माखन मिश्री रोटी कान्हा,
माखन मिश्री रोटी कान्हा.
माखन मिश्री रोटी कान्हा.
माखन मिश्री रोटी कान्हा.
मुख धो खाले कान्हा, 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 कान्हा.
मुख धो खाले कान्हा,
मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
धन सुख मन सुख आदिक कान्हा,
धन सुख मन सुख आदिक कान्हा।
धन सुख मन सुख आदिक कान्हा।
धन सुख मन सुख आदिक कान्हा।
वो द्वार पुकारत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
द्वार पुकारत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
धन सुख मन सुख कहत ग्वाल चलु चलु रे कान्हा।
कहत ग्वाल चलु चलु रे कान्हा।
चलु रे कान्हा,
चलु रे कान्हा।
कहत ग्वाल चलु चलु रे कान्हा।
कहत ग्वाल चलु चलु रे कान्हा।
गोचारण हित कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
गोचारण हित कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
यदि किय बेर जात हम कान्हा,
यदि किय बेर जात हम कान्हा।
यदि किय बेर जात हम कान्हा।
यदि किय बेर जात हम कान्हा।
रहु घर इकलो कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
रहु घर
Everyone please clap and sing.
कान्हा।
सब लोग ताली बजाएं और गाएं।
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
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 मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
मातु जगावत कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
हारि कह्यो मैया सुनु 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 कान्हा।
कान खोली निज कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा।
कान खोली निज कान्हा,
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
सबरो माखन दाऊही कान्हा
सबरो माखन दाऊही कान्हा
दाऊही कान्हा
दाऊही कान्हा
सबरो माखन दाऊही कान्हा
सबरो माखन दाऊही कान्हा
दाऊही कान्हा
दाऊही कान्हा
जात खवावन कान्हा 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 कान्हा
जात खवावन कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत 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 कान्हा 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 कान्हा
करत करत उठत नहीं कान्हा
करत उठत नहीं कान्हा
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 करत उठत नहीं कान्हा
करत उठत नहीं कान्हा
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 तानी पीत पट कान्हा 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 कान्हा
तानी पीत पट कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
पुनि कह मैया तेरी 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 कान्हा
बनो ना मैया कान्हा 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 कान्हा
बनो न मैया कान्हा 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 कान्हा
बनो ना मैया कान्हा 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 कान्हा
बनो न मैया कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावती कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
मातु जगावती कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
दाऊ की ही मैया कान्हा
दाऊ की ही मैया कान्हा
मैया कान्हा
मैया कान्हा
दाऊ की ही मैया कान्हा
दाऊ की ही मैया कान्हा
हाँ बनी हाँ अब कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
जब मैया कहा आई 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 कान्हा
भानु कुंवरी लखु कान्हा 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 कान्हा
भानु कुंवरी लखु कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
तब कृपालु उठी बैठे 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 कान्हा
ओ लखत चहूँ दिशि कान्हा 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 कान्हा
लखत चमूदिशि कान्हा 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 कान्हा
लखत चहूँ दिशि कान्हा 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 कान्हा
लखत चमूदिशि कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा
कान्हा
कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा
कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावती कान्हा ओ मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा
मातु जगावत कान्हा 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 कान्हा।
बाल गोपाल कन्हैया लाल की जय। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय
गोपाल जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय
ओ
जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय।
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 गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय
बोलिए
जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय
गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि
गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
जय हो।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण Hari Govind Jai Jai.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai.
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai. Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
Govind Jai Jai Gopal Jai Jai. Radha Raman Hari Govind Jai Jai.
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
As we walk on the spiritual path, as we walk on the path of devotion, we wonder from time to time, how far along am I on the path? How much of the path have I covered? How close am I to my destination? But who will tell us this? Who will tell us how far along we are on the path of devotion? If we ask our own mind, if we ask ourselves, भक्ति में कितनी दूर पहुंचे हम? If we ask ourselves, how far along am I? The mind is our own, and our mind can never give any judgment against ourselves. The mind cannot decide against us, so the mind will say, you are doing very well. Bravo. You're doing very well. Shabash. We can't ask our own mind. Our mind, think about it. Our mind does not ever think that we are at fault. Always, somebody or the other is always at fault, but we are not at fault. Because the mind does not like to find its own faults. We don't like to find our own faults. Our mind doesn't work that way, so we cannot ask our own mind, have I made any progress on the path? How far along am I on the path? How close am I to the destination? Or how far am I? Only God can tell us, and we don't have the ability to ask God. Or Guru can tell us, Guru Dev can tell us, but we can also figure out to a large extent by ourselves where we are on the path. हम कहाँ हैं भक्ति मार्ग में? हमें कौन बताएगा? केवल हरि गुरु ही बता सकते हैं, लेकिन अपने आप भी हम आइडिया लगा सकते हैं. We can also get a good idea by ourselves. Brahma Vaivarta Puran says, Yavat papastu malinam hridayam tavadevahi. The more impure the heart, the greater the desire to talk about impure things, worldly things, the greater the desire to think about worldly matters, the greater the desire to hear someone talk about worldly matters. The more impure the heart, the greater the desire to hear about, talk about, and think about worldly matters, impure matters. And the more pure the heart is, the more it will think about God and Guru. The more it will do Rup Dhyan. So we can get a very good idea, quite a good idea about where we are on the path. If the mind is impure, then a person says, you know that fellow, he visits that lady very often. If his heart is pure, he will think, oh, he goes there to do satsang. If the heart is impure, that fellow will think, this one, he goes to her house, he visits her quite often. There's something going on between these two. Something is very fishy. He will take this kind of judgment. And then he will exaggerate. And he will not only harm himself by thinking such things, he will tell somebody else. Because that's always very interesting. Listen, come here. You know that fellow? He visits her very often. I think something is going on. What do you think? Then he exaggerates. He says, he doesn't say he goes very often. He says he goes there every day. Then he says, no, he actually lives there. I think they're living together. He exaggerates. Not only has he harmed his own mind, not only has he brought more filth into the mind, he has also defiled the mind of the person he's talking to. He has harmed himself and he has harmed another. So he's even more guilty now. We all have to think about this. What am I? What is the nature of my thoughts throughout the day? Before sleeping, it's a good idea to spend even 5 minutes thinking about this. What did I think about all day long? How much did I desire God and Guru this all day today? How much did I think about God and Guru? How many tears did I shed? What was the nature of my thoughts? We do sadhana, we practice devotion. There's no doubt about it, all of us, we practice devotion. And so that means we earn some spiritual wealth. We earn devotional wealth. So just like in the world, someone earns money. He earns $100, but then imagine that this person, he spends 1,000. You've earned 100, and then you use your credit card, and you have spent $1,000. That's very foolish. Similarly, we earn a little bit of devotional merit. After doing sadhana, then we go ahead and we gossip. We engage in backbiting, finding faults of others. What this means is that the little bit of devotional wealth we earned, then we wasted it. We wasted more than what we earned. This is quite foolish of us. So if we are doing that, we need to think about it. Am I doing this? Am I earning just a little bit of devotional wealth and I'm wasting so much more of it? That doesn't make sense. The very first lesson in devotional path, as we walk on the devotional path, the first lesson we learn is that of humility, dinta. Be humble, trinadapi sunichena, be more humble than a blade of grass, Gauranga Mahaprabhu says. And Surdas Ji doesn't even say be humble. He talks about himself. And he says, he addresses Bhagwan, he addresses Sri Krishna, and he says, Mosam kaun kutil khalkami. Who can be a worse sinner than myself? There is no one like me when it comes to committing sins. I just have a natural tendency to commit sins. Vibhishan says to Bhagwan Sri Ram, I have a natural tendency, propensity to commit sins. Jatha ulu kahi tam par neha. Just like an owl loves darkness, in the same way, Maharaj, I love to commit sins. It's my naturality. Surdas Ji says, Mosam kaun kutil khalkami. Jin tanu diyo tahi bisrayo. Aso namak harami. Mosam kaun kutil khalkami. I have forgotten my Creator, the one who gave me this body. Who can be a worse sinner than myself? Who can equal me in committing sins? Harijan chhadi, bhari bhari udar vishaya ko dhayo, jaiso sukar grami, mosam kaun kutil khalkami. My Lord, I fill my stomach all day long, and then I wander around in the filth of the world. My mind wanders in the filth of the world, just like a pig wanders and tastes with great delight all the garbage and waste matter. Hari, Hari Jan Chhadi, Hari Hari Jan Chhadi, Har Vimukhan ki Nishidin Karat Gulami, Mosam Kaun Kutil Khalkami. I do not heed the instructions of saints. Harijan Chhadi, I have renounced the saints. I have nothing to do with them. And they who are against God and saints, I am serving them day and night. Nishidin Karat Gulami. This is what I am all about. Surdas ji is saying this. सूर पतित को ठौर कहाँ है, तुम बिनु श्रीपति स्वामी, मौसम कौन कुटिल खलकामी. Maharaj, without you, except with your exception, who is there to give me shelter? I'm seeking shelter of your lotus feet, but I am telling you what I am all about. Saint Surdas, a divine personality, he has gained freedom from Maya forever. Maya will never torment him. Maya stands before him with folded hands. That personality is saying, I am the worst of the worst. I am just the worst. I am a sinner of great proportions. In other words, humility is so important. Surdas ji is teaching us to be humble. Sri Maharaj Ji has said in so many compositions, oh, I am such a sinner. Everyone was attracted by your flute, O Sham Sundar, but I, Kripalu, I was unmoved by your flute because my heart is so defiled. So saints are telling us this, to be humble. Our Gurudev is telling us to be humble. Day and night we are hearing the teachings, but pride is there in our heart. So we should be examining our own heart. Why ask? Sri Maharaj Ji used to say, why ask me where you are on the spiritual path? Can you not figure it out by yourself? You have heard so much about what you should be doing all day long, how you should live your life, and now you have to decide for yourself how far you have gotten on the path. How much are you thinking about God and Guru? How much sadhana are you doing? How much Roop Dhyan during the day are you doing? You have to ask yourself. You have to be brutally honest with yourself, says the Guru to the disciple. Be brutally honest with yourself. Figure out for yourself where you are on the path. If we are doing devotion, we're doing sadhana, then if I find that I'm not getting anywhere, then what's the problem? Then a story is told. Many Kathavachaks, they tell this story. Storytellers tell this story about the Chaube from Mathura. Those Chaube are very famous. They love to take bhang. They love to take this intoxicant. So there were some Chaube, about a dozen of them, and they were they all took bhang together and they were intoxicated. They were all friends. And they decided in the evening time that they would go to Prayagraj. They wanted to go bathe in the Triveni, where the three rivers meet, in Prayagraj, which is also known as Allahabad. Where Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati meet, it's considered to be a very holy spot. So they decided that they would go there, and they decided that they would travel by boat. So they went to River Yamuna, and they saw a boat. There were many boats there because boatsmen, they tether their boats and so that the boat would not just sail away. So the boat was tethered. They sat in the boat and they started rowing the boat, and they rowed that boat all night long. All night they worked hard. They were rowing the boat. When dawn broke, they could see a little bit of what was around them. So one of them, who had almost become he had gotten rid of his intoxication. He was almost normal now. He said to the others, he said, Bhaiyo, he said, friends, look, Prayagraj looks just like Mathura. Just like Mathura. And they all paid attention and they said, indeed, it's just like Mathura. Someone nearby said to them, you fools, you are still in Mathura. They said, that's impossible. We are not fools, you're a fool. We were working so hard, we were rowing the boat all night long. And you're telling us that we're still in Mathura? Yes, you are fools. You are still in Mathura. But how can that be? Because the boat is still tethered to the shore. It's still anchored. The boat is anchored to the shore and you have been rowing all night long. You have made an effort, but all you got out of your effort was exhaustion. Shrama eva hi kevalam, says the Bhagavad Mahapuran. So we're doing sadhana, we're doing seva, we're doing satsang. But then we say, I'm not seeing any results. What happens? If we say that we're not seeing any results, what's happening? What's happening is that we are doing a little bit of sadhana, but, satsang, we're getting good things, we're putting good things into our mind, and on the other hand, we're putting all the garbage into the mind. More garbage than purity is going into the mind. So that's why we are thinking, we are experiencing that there's no difference. I'm not feeling anything. There's no benefit. Our mind, our mind, children will pay attention. Not looking at the book, please. Don't look at the book, because I'm talking now. You must get into the habit of listening with a straight back. Please sit with a straight back and listen. Pay attention. Don't let your mind wander. Thank you. Our mind is like a soiled cloth. It's like a piece of cloth which has many stains on it. What are these stains? These stains are sins of the past and the sins we are committing in this life. What is a sin? Forgetfulness of God is a sin. When we are not remembering God, when God is not on the mind, we're doing nothing but committing sins. So our mind is like a cloth, a piece of cloth that has many stains on it. We need clean water to clean this piece of cloth. We need clean water. So clean water is in the form of God and Guru. When we bring God and Guru into the mind, we are cleaning the mind. Just like when we take a stained cloth and we use clean water, then that stained cloth becomes cleaner and cleaner. The more we use clean water, the cleaner the cloth gets. So the more we bring God and Guru into our mind, the more pure the mind becomes, the more pure the heart becomes. And then there's less desire. There's the desire to hear the faults of others decreases. Then you don't feel like talking about others, thinking about the faults of others. Then you think to yourself, then that person thinks, I have so many faults inside of me. Why should I be thinking about others? My own house is on fire. Why am I looking at the fire of somebody else's house? Why am I looking at someone else when I have so many faults within? That's how we can tell where we are on the spiritual path. How much desire do I have to purify my own heart? How much do I look at my own faults? Do I look at my own faults? Do I notice what's my own shortcomings? Or am I always busy looking at the faults of his faults and her faults and their faults, the whole world's faults? I'm looking at everybody's faults, but I'm not looking at myself. And it's so dangerous to look at faults of others. It is so dangerous. You see, if we are finding faults with a very worldly person, that is damaging to the heart. That is damaging to the mind. We damage our own mind. But it's even more damaging if we find fault with a true seeker of God. He's a true sadhak, and he is a very, very great sadhak. If we find fault with him or her, we are committing an even bigger sin. That sin is considered to be bigger. And if we are finding faults with a saint, someone who has gone beyond Maya, he's God realized, then we are committing a sin. And please, let's pay attention to this. We're committing a sin that is not forgiven by God. That's an unpardonable sin. So whether we are finding faults with a worldly person or a very highly placed, highly situated sadhak or a God-realized soul, we are harming ourselves. But if we are finding faults with a saint, then we are committing a sin which is not forgiven by God. It's unpardonable. And we need to know this. If we are finding fault with a sadhak who is very high sadhak, and we have no way of knowing who is and who isn't, then we are committing still a very substantial sin. But even if we are finding fault with a very worldly fellow, a very worldly person, we are still committing a sin. We do not know. We don't know what's inside a person. We are not all-knowing. We are not omniscient. We don't know what's in the heart of a person. We don't know if the person we are insulting is a very worldly fellow or a very highly placed, very highly situated sadhak or a saint. We don't know. It's not written on somebody's forehead, worldly person, sadhak, ordinary sadhak, very high sadhak, saint. We cannot tell. So, what should we do? Saints tell us, this is what you should do. You should regard everyone to be better than you. So don't find faults with anyone. Try to learn from others. And even if you see someone committing a mistake, making a mistake, committing a sin, know that there have been so many in the past who were sinners they were really terrible sinners, but they elevated themselves. They remedied their own pitiable condition through the Guru, and in very short period of time, they became God-realized. Look at Ratnakar Daku. He was a dacoit and a murderer. Narad Muni came along, and Ratnakar accepted Narad Muni as his Guru, and with his Guru's grace, and by obeying Naradji's instruction, Naradji said, chant Ram, Ram, Ram. Ratnakar said, Mara, Mara, Mara. No, Ram, Ram, Ram. Mara, Mara, Mara. Go ahead, chant Mara, Mara, Mara until I come back. And Ratnakar, the dacoit and murderer, he placed full faith in his Guru's words. As a result, he attained God realization. So even if he is committing some terrible mistake, we are not to look at that. We should not be looking at that, because that sinner may turn into a saint in a moment's time. We damage our own mind if we look at the faults of others. We cannot judge another. There's a true story that I'm going to share with you about Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Pundarik was a great devotee of God, and he was a great devotee of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. One day, Gauranga Mahaprabhu said to his disciples, I'm going to go to see Pundarik. Pundarik is here in Nadia. I'm going to see him. The disciples thought, our Guru is God himself, and he is so excited about meeting with this Pundarik. This Pundarik must be very, very great. So we would like to take darshan also. So they all went along with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And they saw Pundarik, and they saw that his lifestyle was like that of a king. He was wearing very beautiful clothes, expensive clothes. He was wearing a lot of jewelry, so many rings, oh my goodness, so many necklaces, and he had so much expensive jewelry that he was wearing. And he was living in a very posh place. He had so many servants and maidservants. But then they also saw that Gauranga Mahaprabhu rushed towards Pundarik and embraced him. And they both embraced for such a long time, and they both cried. They all saw this. One of the disciples, Gadadhar Bhatt, his mind was just destroyed. His head started to spin. He thought, what is this? This is all wrong. This Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he's living like a king. He's not even a sadhak. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, my Gurudev, who is God himself, he is embracing him so warmly, and he's crying, meeting this worldly fellow. Oh, this is all wrong. Pundarik Vidyanidhi is all wrong. Mahaprabhuji is wrong. He had such terrible thoughts. So after some time, Mahaprabhuji returned to the ashram. He called for Gadadhar. And Gadadhar said, yes, Maharajji. Gadadhar, what did you think about Pundarik? Maharaj, my head is spinning. He's such a worldly man. So I don't understand why you went to him. Mahaprabhuji became serious. And he said, have you read about the history of saints? Right from Satyug to Kaliyug. Have you read the history? Do you know anything? Have you not heard about great emperors? They ruled the entire earth. Our history of Hinduism tells us about great ones like Priyavrat, Agnidra, Nabhi, Bharat, and then going to Dhruv, Prahlad, and then King Janak, King Dashrath. There were so many kings and emperors. They were ruling the entire world, not just one country. There was a time when the whole world was just one. It was called Ajanabhavarsh. Later on, it came to be known as Bharatvarsh, what we call India. Proper name is Bharatvarsh. It's named after King Bharat, not Bhagwan Ram's brother, King Bharat. One of the 100 sons of Rishabh Bhagwan. Bharatvarsh is named after Bharat. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu scolded his disciple, Gadadhar. Where do you think renunciation lies? What is the sign of detachment? Is detachment from the world something you can see on a person? Would you say that Dhruv was not detached from the world? Would you say that Prahlad was a worldly fellow? He was a king after all. And Dashrath and Janak, they were all kings. Do you think they were not detached? And Gadadhar hung his head down in shame. Gadadhar, you can no longer be with me. Gadadhar said, he started to cry and he said, I cannot leave you, Gurudev. And then Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, you have already left me. What do you mean you cannot live without me? You cannot leave me. You have already left me because you have doubts about me. You have left me already. So go away from here. Now go. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi, such a great personality that Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is a combined form of Radha and Krishna, he went to see him. He went for Pundarik's darshan. And yet, he looks like a king. He behaves like a king. He's living the lavish lifestyle of a king. We cannot judge anyone by the way that person is externally. And we are routinely doing that. This one looks like a nobody. This one doesn't know how to walk, how to talk, how to speak. He's just a fool. A sadhak should not be thinking this way. We need to correct ourselves. We are using the philosophy we have acquired and that we continue to acquire, and we use it on others. The wife says to the husband, you should not be behaving like this. Is this what you have learned from Maharajji's philosophy? The husband is telling the wife, correcting the wife. Children are correcting parents. But mom, dad, this is not what Maharajji says. Children, we're not using the philosophy for ourselves. Mommy, you got so mad at me. That's not what Maharajji teaches. We're using the philosophy to improve others. We should be using it to correct ourselves. Our own faults, our own shortcomings. So there has to be a shift in thinking. But I'm so used to fault finding. The Guru says, all right, you're fond of fault finding? Yes. So look at your own faults. There are so many. Nobody else has as many faults as you have. So look at your own faults. But I'm not used to doing that. I get used to it. How do I do that? Practice. Practice saving the devotional earnings. When you do sadhana, when you go to satsang, and you accumulate some devotional wealth, be very careful with that wealth. Don't be so willing to waste it. Can you imagine a person who earns money and then he leaves that money outside his house on the footpath, or he leaves it in the middle of the road? Who would do that? Who would do that? No one would do that. But we do that. We just leave it there. Here, do you take it? Take it. I have no need for it. We do this. We earn some devotional merit after doing so much hard work. It's so difficult to do Rup Dhyan, but we put in the hard work, and then we just let the earnings go. Go ahead, take it. Whoever wants it, go ahead, take it. Then we say, but it's not my fault. My good friend, she came over and she gossiped for 2 hours straight. My goodness, that woman can talk. All right, did she force you at gunpoint to listen to her? No. Then you willingly listened to someone talk about others. Tell me, if she were to come over and give you garbage to eat, here's some garbage I brought for you. Please eat it. Would you eat it? Oh, no. I would throw that garbage away. I would throw her out of the house. Get out of my house. You're giving me garbage to eat? But she gave you garbage for the mind and you willingly took it, you accepted it. Someone told me once, you know what, oh my goodness, my mind is it's just wreaking havoc. There's havoc in my mind because, this lady, she called me for 3 hours, she talked to me, and I kid you not, she said for 3 hours. 3 hours she talked to me and she criticized people. And she was telling me, and I said, what were you doing? 3 hours you listened, you had so much time. No, I'm a busy woman, but she's wasted 3 hours of my time. She didn't waste your time, you wasted it yourself. Shame on her for calling you, but a bigger shame on you for listening. We all have a choice. We all have a choice. Someone says, here, let me tell you something. What are you going to tell me? Something good and positive? Well, no, it's not something good, but it's juicy. I don't want to hear it. Don't listen to it. But I don't want to be rude. Seriously? You don't want to be rude and you would spoil your own mind? You will anger God and Guru. You'll disappoint God and your Guru, but you don't want to upset someone and you would willingly accept garbage from this person? For someone who is practicing devotion under the guidance of a Guru, there has to be a shift in the way we are thinking. There has to be a shift in the way he thinks. Whatever harms the devotional sentiments should be rejected. And you can be polite about it. I'm sorry, I don't have time. Oh, I left something on the stove, I need to go. I'm sorry, I have to put the phone down. And then you do it once, you do it twice, you do it 3 times, 5 times. That person will say, she doesn't want to listen to me. He doesn't want to talk. So, theek hai. Nobody forced some of the time. Next day, Guruji went to the courtyard of the ashram. There were many trees. And he hugged a tree. And he just went like this. And he started yelling, oh, tree, let go of me. Let go of me. I tell you, let go of me. And the same disciple who had asked the question about Maya not letting go of him, said, Guruji, excuse me, but the tree is not holding on to you. You're holding on to the tree. Just let go. Guruji said, oh, so you understand that you are holding on to the world. The world is not holding on to you. You asked me the question, why does the world not let go of me? But I tell you that you are not letting go of the world. It's not the world's fault. It's not Maya's fault. It's your own fault. So we have complete freedom. Complete freedom. To listen to whatever we want to listen to, how much we want to listen to it. No one is forcing us. So we cannot make the excuse, we cannot put the blame on another, that it's her fault, it's his fault, it's their fault, it's the world's fault. No, it's my fault. I am careless. The moment we start looking at our own faults, I'm careless, I'm lazy, I don't listen to my Guru's teachings, that is the moment that we really start making progress on the path of devotion. Because when we find our own faults, when we recognize that we are faulty, then we will start working on those faults. If we don't even realize we are faulty, मेरे अंदर तो कोई कमी है ही नहीं. If I have no faults, I have no shortcomings, I'm perfect, then there is no question of working on the faults because there aren't any. Tulsidas ji says, Janat te chhijahi kachu papi. A sinner starts to work on his sins once he realizes he is a sinner. Someone who is suffering from a disease, debilitating disease, doesn't accept that he has a disease. He's not going to go to the physician, but he realizes that he has a disease, that he is ill. Then he'll go to the doctor. So, we are sadhaks, we need to realize that we have shortcomings. We need to think about them every night before going to sleep. We need to take a vow not to repeat the same mistake that we have made today. Next day, tomorrow, I'm not going to make the same mistake. That's the only way we can go forward. Otherwise, we become complacent. ठीक है, जो है सो है. I'm doing enough devotion, I'm doing enough seva, I'm doing enough satsang. When we become satisfied, then our progress halts. There's a stop on our progress. We cannot go further. We need to be checking our own heart, our own mind. How much am I thinking about God and Guru? How much love is there in my heart for God and my Guru? How many tears do I shed? How often do I do Rup Dhyan during the day? Do I do Karm Sannyas Sadhana? Do I do Karm Yog Sadhana? Am I following my Guru's teachings? Am I reading the literature that my Guru has left behind? Am I fond of singing the songs, the devotional songs that my Guru has gifted to me? How much satsang do I do? How much sadhana do I do? How much seva do I do? How much seva? We must ask, how much have I earned during my life and how much of it have I donated? Have I given even 10% of what I have earned? If I haven't, then that's my mistake because the scriptures are telling me at least 10% must be given. And if you do more than 10%, that's a donation. But at least 10%, that has to be given. Do I do that? If I'm not doing seva, if I'm not doing satsang, if I'm not doing sadhana, or if I'm doing all three, but a little bit, I'm not doing too much, I'm not doing enough, I can be doing more, but I'm not, then I'm complacent. I'm satisfied, santushti hai, I'm okay, I don't need to do any more. Or the little bit that I'm doing, that's enough. Then there is no chance of making an improvement. We must be living very mindfully. What words are coming out of my mouth? How much am I talking? What do I listen to? What am I fond of listening to? What am I eating? What am I drinking? Am I eating sattvic food? Is that sattvic food that's going to help my thoughts? Am I very fond of spicy food and fried food and junk food that is harming my mind? If I don't notice it today, tomorrow it's going to show up. When I do Rup Dhyan, my mind is not going to allow me. My mind is going to wander in the world. And the food I eat has a lot to do with it. Am I careful about eating? Am I careful about exercising my body? Am I careful about doing mental exercises, spiritual exercises? We need to be accountable to ourselves. We need to be focused. And that focus doesn't mean that we do 2 hours of sadhana a week when we come to the mandir. We need to do it every day. Every day. There are people in the world who are so focused. And we ourselves are so focused on worldly work, aren't we? There was a man, he was a businessman, and he had a very difficult day one day in his business, and he was not able to tally his accounts. So he closed his shop at 8 p.m., but he was still doing the accounting. He couldn't figure out where he had gone wrong, what was going on. He was very troubled, and he did not have dinner with his family. His wife reminded him. He just waved her away. He said, please go ahead, you eat and feed the kids and put them to sleep. I've got a lot of work to do. Then an hour passed, 2 hours passed. It was midnight now, and she said he hasn't eaten. She was worried. She said, well, I will take some kheer and I'll put that spoonful of kheer into his mouth. He loves kheer and he will suddenly remember that he's hungry. So good plan. She went to where he was and she put kheer into his mouth and he said, her husband said, oh, that was delicious. That was a delicious meal. It was a wonderful dinner and a scrumptious dessert. Then he washed his hands, rinsed his mouth, he went back to his work. And she's telling him, you didn't eat anything. He's not listening. He's with his books. He's doing his accounting and nothing, and no one can disturb him. What focus? Focus. Ramakrishna Paramhans, true story. He wanted to ask, he asked a shopkeeper, where did the Rath Yatra, which way did it go? Rath Yatra, hundreds of thousands of people, the chariot of Bhagwan, Shri Krishna, Balaram, Subhadra, they're being carried on a chariot, and hundreds of thousands of people making wonderful sounds, Sankirtan and Dhol and Nagada, and so much noise, wonderful noise, joyful noise, devotional noise is being made. And the shopkeeper says, I didn't hear anything. The procession did not pass by here. Ramakrishna Paramhans sat down right there in this shopkeeper's shop, and he determined the truth by going into samadhi. That this man, he's an artist, he was so intently painting a picture that he was going to put on sale that he actually didn't hear anything. He didn't hear any sound. He didn't see anything. His eyes did not see anything. His ears did not hear any sound. Ramakrishna Paramhans said, people call me a Paramhans, but you are truly a Paramhans. You are so intently focused on your work that you didn't see or hear anything. That focus that this man has on his worldly work, we need to have that focus on our sadhana. Sadhana, satsang, seva, these three will save us. And we need to be careful in all these three. We should not be living on, we should not be just going on automatic pilot. We should be mindfully, we should be living very mindfully, always examining our heart, always examining what we are doing throughout the day, and deciding what we need to continue doing, what we need to do more of, and what we need to stop doing, what we need to do less of. That only we can keep stock of our thoughts, besides God and Guru. And we should be checking ourselves to see how far we are on the path of devotion. Boliye Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki Jai. We're going to chant some beautiful verses from Shama Sham Geet, but they are in your books, page number 193. 193, page number 193. In the new book. The book with the pinkish cover is the old book. The one with the yellowish cover is the new book. These verses, I would like you all to pay attention to them as we sing them. They will help us to do Roop Dhyan. Shama Sham Naam Roop Leela Gunadhama Gao Roke Roop Dhyan Yukt Athon Yama. Always chant Sri Radha and Krishna's names and sing songs of their beauty, their pastimes, their glory, and their abode while meditating and shedding tears of love. Page 193. Shama Sham Naam Roop Leela Gunadhama Gao Roke Roop Dhyan Yukt Athon Yama.
Shama Sham Naam Roop Leela Gunadhama
Gao Roke Roop Dhyan Yukt
Athon Yama.
Shama Sham नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा।
गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त
आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करो श्याम रु श्यामा। गरबाही दीन्हे बैठे कुंज ब्रज धामा।
मन ते मनन करो श्याम श्याम हरुमा। गरबाही दीन्हे बैठे कुंज ब्रज धामा।
गरबाही दीन्हे बैठे कुंज ब्रज धामा।
गरबाही दीन्हे बैठे कुंज ब्रज धामा।
मन ते मनन करो कुंज ब्रज धामा। ब्रह्म श्याम ते पलुटावे संग श्यामा। Next slide.
ते मनन करो कुंज
Next.
ब्रज धामा। ब्रह्म श्याम ते वलुटावे पग श्यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करो बरसाने धामा। गहवर बन हरि परखत श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करो बरसाने धामा।
सब लोग गाइए।
गहवर वन हरि
Clap your hands and sing.
परखत श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करो बरसाने धामा। गहवर बन हरि परखत श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करो बरसाने धामा। गहवर वन हरि परखत श्यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करो श्याम सुख धामा। देय बुहारी गहवर बनी श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करो श्याम सुख धामा। देव बुहारी गहवर बनी श्यामा।
देय बुहारी गहवर बनी श्यामा।
देव बुहारी गहवर बनी श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू दिव्य ब्रज धामा। जित नित नव लीला करे श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करो दिव्य ब्रज धामा। जित नित नव लीला करे श्यामा श्यामा।
जित नित नव लीला करे श्याम श्यामा।
जित नित नव लीला करे श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू गोलोक धामा। जित के कीर बोले राधे राधे नामा।
मन ते मनन करो गोलोक धामा। जित के की
के कीर बोले राधे राधे नामा।
जीत के कीर बोले राधे राधे नामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करू मन ते मनन करू वृंदावन धामा। जित नित्य महारास करे श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू वृंदावन धामा। जित नित्य महारास करे श्याम श्यामा।
जित नित्य महारास करे श्याम श्यामा।
जित नित्य महारास करे श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करो कुंज ब्रज धामा। जित नित्य महारास करे श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू वृंदावन धामा। जित नित्य महारास करे श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करो कुंज ब्रज धामा। जित नित्य ही मनावे ब्रह्म श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू
कुंज ब्रज धामा।
जित नित्य ही मनावे ब्रह्म श्याम श्यामा।
जित नित्य ही मनावे कुंज श्याम ब्रह्म श्याम श्यामा।
जित नित्य ही मनावे ब्रह्म श्याम श्यामा।
जित नित्य ही मनावे ब्रह्म श्याम श्यामा।
जित नित्य ही मनावे ब्रह्म श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू मन ते मनन करू दिव्य हरि धामा। जित दिव्य गोप गोपी श्याम अरु श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू दिव्य हरि धामा। जित दिव्य गोप गोपी श्याम अरु श्यामा।
जित दिव्य गोप गोपी श्याम अरु श्यामा।
जित दिव्य गोप गोपी श्याम अरु श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करू मन ते मनन करू दो श्याम श्यामा। भुज फैला के खरे परखत धामा।
मन ते मनन करू दो श्याम श्यामा। भुज फैला के खरे परखत धामा।
भुज फैला के खरे परखत धामा।
भुज फैला के खरे परखत धामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करो मन ते मनन करो हरि सुख धामा। उर लगाय कह तू मेरी बामा।
मन ते मनन करू हरि सुख धामा। उर लगाए कह तू मेरी बामा।
उर लगाय कह तू मेरी बामा।
उर लगाए कह तू मेरी बामा।
मन ते मनन करू मन ते मनन करू निज गुरु धाम। मन ते मनन करु निज गुरु धाम। गुरु उर बैठे देखे मोहि श्याम श्याम।
मन ते मनन करु निज गुरु धामा। गुरुर बैठे देखे मोहि श्याम श्यामा।
गुरु उर बैठे देखे मोहि श्याम श्यामा।
गुरु उर बैठे देखे मोहि श्याम श्यामा।
मन ते मनन करु मन ते मनन करु हरि गुरु धामा। पुनि उन पद धरु निज उर धामा।
मन ते मनन करु हरि गुरु पामा। पुनि उन पद धरु निज उर धामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गौरो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करो गुरु प्रेम धामा। मन ते मनन करो गुरु प्रेम धामा। सिर धरी कर दे प्रेम निष्कामा।
मन ते मनन करु गुरु प्रेम धामा। सिर धरी कर दे प्रेम निष्कामा।
सिर धरी कर दे प्रेम निष्कामा।
सिर धरी कर दे प्रेम निष्कामा।
मन ते मनन करो मन ते मनन करो ब्रज। मन ते मनन करो कब ब्रज धामा। जाके गाऊं राधे राधे रो आठ यामा।
मन ते मनन करु कब ब्रज धामा। जाके गाऊं राधे राधे रो आठ यामा।
जाके गाऊं राधे राधे रो आठ यामा।
जाके गाऊं राधे राधे रो आठ यामा।
मन ते मनन करो कृपामयी श्यामा। महल की टहल दिला दो संग बामा।
मन ते मनन करु कृपामयी श्यामा। महल की टहल दिला दो संग बामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गौरो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गौरो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करो भाव देह बामा। रोके कहूँ पिय देहु प्रेम निष्कामा।
मन ते मनन करु भाव देह बामा। रोके कहु पिय देहु प्रेम निष्कामा।
रोके कहूँ पिय देहु प्रेम निष्कामा।
रोके कहु पिय देहु प्रेम निष्कामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा। गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मन ते मनन करो, मन ते मनन करो, हाँ श्याम श्यामा। या तो आओ या तो बुला लो निज धामा।
मन के मनन करो, हाँ श्याम श्यामा। या तो आओ या तो बुला लो निज धामा।
या तो आओ या तो बुला लो निज धामा।
या तो आओ या तो बुला लो निज धामा।
मन ते मनन करो, मन ते मनन करो, हाँ श्याम श्यामा। या तो आओ या तो बुला लो निज धामा।
मन ते मनन करो, हाँ श्याम श्यामा। या तो आओ या तो बुला लो निज धामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
मिले बिनु रहा नहीं जाए जब बामा, मिले बिनु रहा नहीं जाए जब बामा। तब ही मिलेंगे तो ही श्याम अरु श्यामा।
मिले बिनु रहा नहीं जाए जब बामा। तब ही मिलेंगे तो ही श्याम अरु श्यामा।
तब ही मिलेंगे तो ही श्याम अरु श्यामा।
तब ही मिलेंगे तो ही श्याम अरु श्यामा।
मिले बिनु रहा नहीं जाए जब बामा। तब ही मिलेंगे तो ही श्याम अरु श्यामा।
मिले बिनु रहा नहीं जाए जब बामा। तब ही मिलेंगे तो ही श्याम अरु श्यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
गाओ रोके रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
गाओ के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गाओ रो के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
श्यामा श्याम नाम रूप लीला गुण धामा, गौरों के रूप ध्यान युक्त आठों यामा।
बोलिए श्यामा श्याम की जय, श्यामा श्याम गीत की जय। We will offer bhog now.
अब नार तरसाओ रसिया, भोग लगाओ रसिया।
अब ना और तरसाओ रसिया,
आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया। हो अब नार तरसाओ रसिया, आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
अब ना और तरसाओ रसिया,
आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया। आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया। आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया। यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम कहा,
यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम
हो यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम कहा।
यद्यपि यह सच है नहीं तुम कहा।
भूख प्यास लागति रसिया,
भूख प्यास लागति रसिया,
भूख प्यास लागति रसिया।
भूख प्यास लागति रसिया।
हो तदपि भाववश ब्रज छछिया लगी, चोरी करत फिर्यो रसिया।
तदपि भाववश ब्रज छछिया लगी, चोरी करत फिर्यो रसिया।
आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
भोग लगाओ रसिया।
हो भाव भरा केले का छिलका,
भाव भरा केले का छिलका,
विदुरानी खायो रसिया।
हो भावहीन दुर्योधन व्यंजन, नहीं टुक मन भायो रसिया।
भावहीन दुर्योधन व्यंजन, नहीं टुक मन भायो रसिया।
आओ 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 भोग लगाओ रसिया।
आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
जो रस शबरी के झूठे मुख,
जो रस शबरी के झूठे मुख,
बेर खाय पायो रसिया।
बेर खाय पायो रसिया।
बेर खाय पायो रसिया।
बेर खाय पायो रसिया।
हो जनकपुरी के राज भोग मह, सोरस नहीं पायो रसिया।
जनकपुरी के राज भोग महा, सोरस नहीं पायो रसिया।
आओ 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 भोग लगाओ रसिया।
आओ आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया।
हो मानत हाँ भावहीन हाँ,
मानत हो भावहीन हो,
भावहीन हाँ,
भावहीन हो,
हाँ मानत हाँ भावहीन हाँ,
मानत हो भावहीन हो।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
सुनो खरी खरी रसिया।
कत कृपालु पय पियो पूत नहीं, याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
कत कृपालु पय पियो पूत नहीं, याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
याते अब आ जाओ रसिया।
अब नार तरसाओ रसिया। आओ 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 भोग लगाओ रसिया
भोग लगाओ रसिया
अब नार तरसाओ रसिया भोग लगाओ रसिया
अब ना और तरसाओ रसिया आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया
आओ 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 भोग लगाओ रसिया
आओ भोग लगाओ रसिया
बोलिए श्याम रसिया की
Jai. Before I request you to stand for Aarti, I just want to remind you of the retreat that is coming up. It's a family retreat beginning next Friday on the 25th, on the Christmas day. So we will be starting at early in the morning, 5 o'clock, 5 to 7 a.m. Those of you who were attending the retreat last time, that went for 35 days, you know, whether you were here all the time or part of the time, you know that we always started at 5 a.m. So the schedule is much the same, 5 to 7 a.m. 5 बजे शुरू करेंगे 25 तारीख को 7 बजे तक ये पहला सेशन होगा. There is a printout of a schedule on the on the front desk. You can feel free to take a copy of that, take a picture of that, so you know you have that schedule with you. So it's for the whole family, but we'll have very few programs for the kids, depending on how many kids there are. We will have few, but rest of the time the kids are expected to join in with the other programs. And it's going to be, Maheshwaranand Bhaiya is going to be coming back. He's coming here tomorrow. He'll be here with me and we'll be doing the retreat together. And we'll be, of course, if you don't know what's in a retreat, I think looking around, I think everybody knows, I don't need to say. But take advantage of the wonderful satsangs that will be taking place for extended satsangs, and Sri Maharajji's lectures. We'll continue watching the Main Kaun Mera Kaun. It was so wonderful that the subtitled lectures came just in time, so we were able to watch so many of them. We will continue where we left off. These are the subtitled Main Kaun Mera Kaun. In totality, there are 103 lectures. We have watched, I believe, about 25 of them so far. We'll continue from that. And so a lot of Nagar Sankirtan, outdoor sessions, if it's warm enough. So there's a lot to look forward to. So please make sure that you look at the schedule. If you cannot come for the whole time, the locals, if you can't come for the entire time, pick and choose where, which one interests you more, and come for as long as you can. It's a gift, end of the year gift from Yugal Kunj to every one of you. Please take advantage of this gift. Now may I ask you to please stand for Aartis.
आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की दुहुन सिर कनक मुकुट झलके दुहुन श्रुति कुंडल भल हलके दुहुन दृग प्रेम सुधा छलके जसीले बैन रसीले नैन गसीले सैन दुहुन मैनन मन हारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की दुहुन दृग चितवनी परवारी दुहुन लट लट कनी छवि न्यारी दुहुन अति प्यारी रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान दसन दमकान दुहुन बेसर छवि न्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की एक उर पीतांबर पहरे एक उर नीलांबर लहरे दुहुन उर लर मोतिन छहरे कंकनन खनक किंकिनी छनक नूपुरन भनक दुहुन रुन जुन धुनि प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे एक सिर छूनरी छवि छाजे दोहुन सिर तिरछे भल ब्राजे संग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल बाह गल डाल कृपालु दुहुन दृगचारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की बनवारी नथवारी की। श्री राम श्री राम श्री रामचंद्र कृपालु भजु मन हरन भव भय दारुणं नव कंच लोचन कंच मुख कर कंच पद कंचारुणं श्री राम कंदर्प अगणित अमित छवि नव नील नीरद सुंदरम पटपीत मानहु तडित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम पटपीत मानहु तडित रुचि शुचि नौमि जनक सुतावरम श्री राम भजु दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कौशल चंद दशरथ नंदनम श्री राम सिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानु भुज सर चाप धर संग्रामचित कर दूषणम् आजानुभुज सर चापधर संग्रामचित खर दूषणम् श्रीराम श्रीराम इति वदति तुलसीदास शङ्कर शेष मुनिमनरञ्जनम् मम हृदय कञ्च निवास कुरु कामादिखलदलगञ्जनम् मम हृदय कञ्च निवास कुरु कामादिखलदलगञ्जनम् श्रीराम श्रीराम श्रीरामचन्द्र कृपालु भजुमन् हरण भव भयदारुणम् नवकञ्चलोचन कञ्चमुखकर कञ्चपद कञ्चारुणम् श्रीराम 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 श्रीराम।
बोलिए लाडली लाल की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। जगत गुरुतम श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय। श्री भक्ति धाम की जय। श्री युगल कुंज की जय। जय जय श्री राधे जय 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 श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे। Please listen carefully to the safety announcement.
Devotees, we welcome you to Yugal Kunj. For your safety and for the safety of others around you, please strictly obey the following safety guidelines.
Increase volume, please.
If you feel sick or are unwell, please stay home. Wear a face mask at all times. And remember, frequent hand washing is the best practice to prevent the spread of germs. Follow all signage and social distancing stickers for sitting and standing in line posted around the temple. During Aarti, only one person will perform the Aarti, and the thalis should not be switched between persons. When doing pranam, do not touch your head on the floor. Only one person at a time in the shoe area. No close gathering is allowed in the lobby. Ensure to wash your hands when taking off and putting on your shoes. Please obey the following in the dining hall. Practice social distancing while standing in line. The line should extend outside into the breezeway and not inside in the hall between the dining tables. Wear a face mask at all times, and masks should only be taken off when eating. No close gathering is allowed, and socializing should be limited. The chairs in the hall are not to be moved around. When the dining hall reaches capacity, remember there is additional seating available at the back of the temple. And lastly, ensure to clean up your area upon finishing up your meal. Thank you so much for your attention and your cooperation. Radhe Radhe.